Hi, I thought I would do a shopping video today. Mom and I went out to the thrift stores and spent the afternoon poking around. On Tuesdays, it's Seniors Day, and you get usually 10 to 20% off, and it all helps. Anyway, I got some pretty cool stuff. One of the things I got was this book. It's called The Gardener's Diary, and it's just some cool pictures. A lot of blank type pages, but very, very nice paper, kind of a heavy rag paper, so I can probably do some very cool stuff with that. I got these, it's a piece of cross-stitch cloth with these ducks cross-stitched on it, and it was like 50 cents or $1 or something. It's ridiculous. It's a shame, really. It's a real shame. The kind of handmade crafts like crochet doilies and things like that we get at the thrift stores for next to nothing, and somebody put their heart and soul into it and spent hours making it. Anyway, so this is a birthday card. It's quite a large card, but I liked the picture of the ship and stuff. I've always had a thing about ships on the ocean. I find it fascinating yet terrifying. So. But, the old clipper ships, I don't know how those guys had the balls to do what they did, sail halfway around the world not even knowing where they were going. This is kind of a cool book. It's a 1958 gardening book, and it's got black and white, well, some color pictures, but mostly black and white photos in it. You can do some interesting stuff. In the back here, it's actually really cool, because it has all these old ads. Vintage ads from back in the 50s and stuff. Awesome stuff. I can do a lot of fun stuff with this thing. And I got the complete works of William Shakespeare, just kind of an old, kind of beat up copy, nice old paper. But it makes good, you can just take bits and use specific quotes, or just use it as background paper, and you can see that you can't confuse Shakespeare with anybody else. And this book, this is a very cool book. It's just a children's book. It's just mammals. Like, look at this beautiful picture of a bunny. Just these cute little mice. Very nice wildlife pictures. That'll be a good book. It's an older book too. And another nature book, mostly black and white. Some creepy crawly pictures. Just background stuff. Looks good. And what other books did I get? Oh, this one was beautiful. This is, it's called The Seasons, and it's just all these paintings and, like poetry and stuff. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous book. I can do a lot with something like this. And this is, it's just some paper, letterhead stationery, but it's got these really pretty teapots on it, and the envelope also has a pretty teapot on it. And I got this. I think it would make a beautiful cover off of like a medieval journal or something. It's all beads around here and all embroidery, and this horse is kind of puffed up. It's a type of embroidery, I think it's called trapunto. They make a slash in the back and they stuff it and then stitch it back up across the back, and it makes it look puffy. But very beautiful. Again, I think it was $1. Ridiculous. And just a few other books. I just got a children's copy of Sherlock Holmes. So it's got some nice illustrations in it. It actually is the original stories. It's not dumbed down for kids, which is kind of nice. But I've sort of been wanting to do a Sherlock Holmes type thing because, you know, he's one of my favorite guys. So, and then this is just a little golden book, Frosty the Snowman. It's originally printed in 1950 and then reprinted after that. But just some fun kind of vintage Christmassy stuff. Oh, and this is a Beatrix Potter. It's actually pretty heavy cardboard, but you know, it's got her beautiful pictures, and I'm sure I can figure something out to do with these. I have no doubt. And just bought this scarf because I liked the trim on it, the little pom-pom trim. So I'll just probably remove that, cut it off. And variety, some doilies. We got a bunch of doilies. Again, they just make, you can just do so much with them. They're just so beautiful. This one's so fine. They must have done this on a tiny, tiny crochet hook with really thin thread. It's, and you know, it's 25 cents. Ridiculous. Oh, this book was really good too. Yeah, also, you know, just paintings of wildlife and stuff. This isn't very good. I should reposition this camera. Anyway, what's cool about this is it still actually has the library card in it, which is really neat. I'm just going to pause this and try and rearrange it a little bit. All right, we're back for what it's worth. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of crocheted stuff. I'll split that up with Mom later today. I got a bunch of bags of lace and trim. Like this was 50 cents because it was $1, but it was all the green tags were half off. And some more books. A book on birds. Just got some nice black and white drawings in it. And just some vintage children's book. Mom got me a few last week, Black Beauty and stuff, and this is Heidi and Dickens stories about children. I'm not going to actually use these on anything. They're really, really old. The 1929 is the copyright on this. And even though the paper is beautiful paper, it's all aged and thick. Oh, it's tempting though. Damn it. Beautiful photos, pictures. Well, we'll think about it. And this is, oh, it's falling apart. It's just totally beat up. Oh, it's J.M. Barrie. He's the guy that wrote Peter Pan, so he wrote this other stuff too. Cool. Anyway, it's got little pictures here and there. Of course, I can't find one now that I'm looking for one. Oh, maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm thinking of another one. Anyway, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. So I will use this one because it is falling apart. It's had the biscuit. This one. And more lace, more lace, more lace, more lace and trim, more doilies, more embroidery, all good stuff. We'll go crazy on this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but whatever. I got some little, they're index cards, colored index cards, but they're smaller than normal. They are, well, it looks like they're German or something, which is kind of cool. So I can use those for something. More trim. Oh, this is the book I was thinking of that has the pictures in it. This is C.S. Lewis, A Voyage of the Dawn Treader. And, oh, this one's so cute. Beautiful little photos and pictures, you know, the hedgehogs and the birds and the little bugs and, yeah, just lovely, lovely little pictures. And this one is kind of the same. I mean, look at that picture of the fields and the flowers, you know, the little squirrel and more. Oh, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. So I can figure something out about that. And more trim that you don't even need to see. Alright, that's... Oh, I'll get this out of the way. I picked up... It's a big metal slot thing. It's a stationary thing. It's for holding paper because I'm having trouble. I've just got so much paper now and I need to organize it better. So this is awesome. The box has never been opened. I think I paid $10 for it minus the 10 or 20% that we got off of it. And you know, it's quite heavy. It's a good solid thing. So, and there goes Danny right under the camera. Hey, Dan. Hey, my Dan. Are you showing off for the camera? Are you showing off your salt and pepperness for the camera? You're a good boy. And more lace. Some fancy tissue paper. Some jars. Glass jars. They're always handy for storing stuff. You can see what's in them. They're easy to get into. Oh, these are kind of cool. These are, they're bridge score pads, and they're like little booklets. They're kind of neat. I do have some other ones. So they, you know, they got some nice patterns on them. These are pretty roses, and I'm sure we'll figure something out about that. More lace, and oh, Mom got this, just some stick-on hem tape. And I know I'm boring you guys to tears, but like I said, it's good practice for me to do these things. Oh, I got this. This is a beautiful book. It's just all artwork about kittens and cats. Just beautiful, beautiful pictures. They're not photographs, they are paintings and drawings. And little poetry thingies. You know, little poetry and quotes and snippets out of books, and so that'll come in handy. Make stuff out of that, that's for sure. Oh, I got this whole big box for like $2, so whatever I got off, 25%. And it's just these little envelopes. They're called coin envelopes. You can use them for stuff. I probably actually could, if I set up an Etsy store, I could probably sell some of this vintage stuff because people just go nuts over it. This was a, it's fairly old. It's probably from the 1983. It's basically just a book about how to make leather goods, but it's got some cool drawings in it and whatnot. It'll make good background stuff. Lots of fun there. And oh, this was kind of neat. It's a garland, but it's all these blue and white teapots, and there's sort of one there. It's about the size of my hand, each teapot. So that'll be cool. I won't use it as a garland. And this is some kind of weird pattern for some kind of weird cat bag, but it's got some funny cat poetry on it and stuff. So, oh, graph paper. I always like my graph paper. Oh, napkins. Oh, I love this. I thought it was funny. I gotta make a card for that. That expresses my feelings exactly. Oh, and speaking of things that people have made, this is it's actually a journal, like some of the stuff I've been watching. Somebody made this journal. It's just blank pages, but all different kinds of paper. They put put a lot of work into this. Some handmade paper that's beautiful. Envelopes with little magnet closings. I gotta figure out how they put those magnets in. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so again, I think I paid $1 for it. It's, well, maybe some of the stuff I'm making now will end up in the thrift store someday for $1, and somebody will go, oh, look at this piece of junk. Anyway, what I can do with this is embellish it for me, and, sew stuff on and glue stuff in and make it into some kind of little art journal. But yeah, it's just such a shame. Somebody put a lot of effort into that. And what else is this? Oh, some kind of bookish stuff. A book cover with a 3/8" spine. Some pages. This actually might be a good template to use to save as a pattern rather than use it. Interesting. And, oh, just some pink envelopes, just little envelopes. And that's the whole shebang. Anyway, we had a fun day, and I'll upload this for what it's worth. Like I said, it's just practice for me. I know my videos aren't even very good